following program makes use of copywritten material as part of a psychological examination of music. All music copyrights remain property of their respected creators. Hey guys, what are y'all doing tonight? Are you gonna go? You're gonna go to one of those fucking quarter night places, aren't you? The nickel night, whatever bullshit. Yeah, see, that's how you get HIV. That's how you get AIDS. Full-blown AIDS. I mean, not the bullshit AIDS, the full-blown AIDS. Or gonorrhea, or diarrhea, or all the other rheas, or gonorrhea-herpes-syphilitis. Me, I don't want none of that shit. You know what I want? I want class in my life. You know where I go for fucking class? 12th Street Bar. 12th Street Bar has the atmosphere. It's got the experience. If you want to learn about music, I mean, that is the place to go. There's a music scene in town. Hey, didn't know there was a music scene, did you? There's a fucking music scene in Huntsville. And you're missing it because you're going to fucking nickel night. Me, I want to go to a place that has class, reasonable, affordable drinks. I mean, great shows. Like on Fridays and Saturdays, most of the time they've got shows. This Friday, December the 16th, we've got the Gypsy Davies playing. Gypsy Davies has been doing it for a long time. For some crazy reason, they have never come out with a CD. This is their CD release party and their last show in Huntsville. This is a time that you do not want to miss at 12th Street Bar. They've also got other bands that are going to be playing. They're going to have the Werewolf Tea Party at 8 p.m., Stump Juice at 9:30 p.m., the Gypsy Davies will be playing at 11, and we'll be treated with the John Tolan Trio at 12:30 for a little bit of funk. 12th Street Bar is open from Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., Saturday and Sunday from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Make sure you tip your bartenders. It's located at 1024 12th Street. 12th Street Bar, what are you doing tonight?
Hey kids, welcome to today's show. In today's new segment of Real Talk, we were joined by Miranda, Rankay, whatever the fuck she wants to go by. We had a real insightful talk with her. We talked about the music that we're listening to nowadays. We talked about my newfound happiness and joy, and we go into a really cool story of how you came across a certain guitar that you owned 9 years ago. Was it 9 years ago? Yeah. 8 years ago? The very first guitar you ever owned, and how it was stolen from you and how you came and got it back. And it was a very wonderful story.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Exactly, man. We snuck in a quick John's Weird Music segment.
Yeah, we sure did.
That came out of nowhere, and that was fun. And yeah, man, it was a we haven't done a Real Talk in a real long time.
Yeah, man, it was nice to just be able to talk about music.
Yeah. That's what this fucking show is about anyway, so it was it was nice to come back to our roots. And yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was great to have Miranda back, and as much as she's a diva and a pain in the ass to work with, it was great having her with us. She's always a joy. So I talk a lot of shit, and almost 99% of the time I mean it, but that one tiny percent, I'm just playing with her. But most of the time, I'm really just sick and tired of her bullshit. So
yeah, but you're also sick and tired of my bullshit too.
Not nearly as much as I'm sick and tired of her bullshit. I can live with you because
well,
I do.
What about Christy's bullshit?
That's a whole nother fucking thing I don't need to go into fucking right now simply because she's staring right at me. Anyways, on that note, Johnny, take us there.
All right, welcome to the Conversationalist.
Let's talk music.
Right in your ear holes. What? Leave me alone.
All right, gents and gentlewoman. Let's go ahead and do what we haven't done in a long time. Let's get a little clinky here. John, with your child-sized drink of choice.
I thought you were gonna say penis, because.
Oh, geez.
No. Wait. What name are you going by now?
Miranda.
Okay, Miranda, thank you for joining us today. Like I said before, we really had to swallow our pride and bring you back for this one.
That's some shit.
Believe me, you weren't our first choice. You were probably, our 7th or 8th choice?
I'm never your
Something
first
like that.
choice. First choice.
No, you were. You were our first choice back in the day, but
Then I showed how fucking inept I was, right?
You can't see me, listeners, but my eyebrows are up, and they're approving of what you just said. Inept is probably the most appropriate word.
I'm
Anyways.
gonna walk out. Fuck
Please
this.
don't. No, it's great to have you back.
Gotta be back.
Man, so we're going to talk some music, and I'm very curious to hear what kind of music you're jamming to nowadays, Miranda. We don't need to go, you don't need to
been
tell
different.
us, you don't need to fucking tell us or write us the story or tell us what shit you've been through,
Oh,
okay?
I made
'Cause
it a
honestly,
point
I don't
not
give a shit.
to.
I don't give a shit, okay? But in
You
the,
do, though. In the long scheme of things, you do. You give many shits.
agree to disagree.
Humbly.
But no, what sort of music have you been listening to? Obviously, like I said, we don't need to go into it. Some stuff's been going on in your life. Some stuff's been going in a lot of our lives.
Yeah.
God
but,
damn.
but,
you
what-
make me sound like this is fucking...
This ain't about you.
Like I think it's group therapy or something. I know it's not.
It ain't, but if it turns into it, then fuck it. We're all here for each other.
You told me not to tell a story.
Don't tell us stories. Just fucking tell us what fucking music you're listening to. God damn it.
Well, I'm on my recently played on Spotify, and it's got a Blurry Face by 21 Pilots. I only like the first 4 songs.
21 Pilots. That's that super popular band nowadays, ain't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize how fucking popular they were until...
They got played on the fucking
No.
radio station every minute.
Sorry, I don't listen to the radio, but I didn't realize how... I knew they were popular. I didn't realize how good they were until Suicide Squad came out, and then they did the song Heathens.
Heathens, yeah. I'm okay with Heathens.
And I was like, oh, this is jamming. So I would listen to that a lot, and then I checked out...
Real quick before you go into that, 21
Face.
Pilots. Yeah, well, I haven't heard that song, but my opinion on
it's a
21 Pilots. 21 Pilots, I think they're an okay band.
Yeah.
I respect them as musicians. It's just I feel like they're kind of going like a little overplayed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever like listen to the radio station anymore?
Right. Well, it's kind of like what happened with Nirvana, you know?
You can't really fault the band for that. You
No.
gotta fault the radio station.
I can't fault the band for that. But eventually, I think once you hear something 1,000 times, you're not gonna want to hear it anymore.
I don't know, man. I've been listening to fairly local, like over and over and
And this is a
over
21
again.
Pilot song?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, that's the thing with much. I feel with music is you listen to a song like 1,000 times.
Right.
You obsess over it. Right. You find that one song that you're just like, oh my god, I'm sure we'll get down to my side, but I've been listening to Childish Gambino for like fucking hardcore, like for like the past 2 weeks. Okay. I'm not tired of it yet, but I feel it coming soon. Okay. Just saying.
I understand that.
But eventually, you take the greatest fucking band of all time, whoever you consider it to be, Deftones, whoever you
Typo Negative.
Lana Del Rey, whatever
Led Zeppelin is the greatest band
Okay,
of all
excuse
time.
me,
What are you
excuse
talking
me.
about?
It's not fucking. Anyways,
That's a story, Miranda.
yeah,
Swear to God, I will walk out.
you could take whoever you would consider to be the greatest band of all time, and I agree with you. Led Zeppelin is a fantastic band. I could listen to Going to California 1,000 times. On the 1,000th time, I'll be like, okay,
I'm done.
getting tired of this bullshit.
I ain't going to California.
Put it
no more.
away. I don't need to hear it anymore.
It's great that you guys like a band that, steals other material.
From black musicians.
No, like specifically a song from another band.
Oh, is it a cover?
Stairway.
Stairway was stolen.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and the dudes like sued
I was
him
just
for like $1
throwing
billion
something
or
out there.
something like that.
I was just throwing a song out there or not a song, but a band that is a great band.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
They're thieves. They're dirty rotten
yeah,
thieves.
they sure are. But anyways, probably the greatest rock band of all time. Anyways, but you take a song, you listen to it 1,001 times. Eventually, you're gonna be like, "Fuck this noise! I want to listen to something else."
I like
Right.
it.
I
Fuck
feel
this noise.
I feel like 21 Pilots might be on that road.
I feel you.
You know-
I only listen to like the first 4 songs. I skipped the 5th song because it's tearing my heart, and I fucking hate that song. It is disgustingly poppy, and I hate it. And it's not like the rest of or the
Is it
first
poppy?
four.
Tearing up my not when I'm with you. I don't know any other lyrics. So I was just kind of.
No, it's just really
that's 21 Pilots, right?
That's not 21.
Okay.
That's either.
Because that is poppy, just a little bit.
I don't know, but they used ukulele too much.
Okay.
You know, what I was going to say about 21 Pilots, I've only heard one song, and it was Car Stereo, and I really dug it. But then everything else... Car Radio. Yeah. Everything else I've heard is fucking different.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you heard Heavy Dirty Soul?
No.
Have you heard Stressed Out?
No,
Stressed
I haven't heard much at all.
radio.
I just... Everything else I've ever heard, I think it was even Heathens was one of them.
This-
but, I mean, it just sounds a lot different than the one song was introduced to me.
They're kind of notorious now for like being hard to pinpoint as far as genre.
That's cool.
So
are they the ones? Like, I think they have like a song where like the vocals kind of do like a rhythm, like oh whoa whoa oh whoa whoa.
It's Ride.
Yeah.
I do like that song.
I hear that one and Stressed Out on the radio.
You know what you won't
time.
hear on the
Sounds
radio?
like The Neighbors or The Neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
But
Totally.
you know what you won't hear on the radio is Fairly Local, because the song goes, yo, this song will never be on the radio.
Now I want to hear it on the radio.
See,
for the irony of it.
Eminem had
good
songs
song.
like that, and he got played on the radio.
It's
But
a good ass
that's
song.
the king of hip hop, man. That's like you kind of raising the bar a little too high.
Radio won't even play my jam because I am whatever you say I am.
Yeah.
If I wasn't, then why would I sing?
Anyway, so what is about the 21 Pilots song that you Blurry Face? Is that what it's called?
No, that's the most recent album.
Oh, that's the album.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been listening to all of that.
Other than that one song,
No.
it's too poppy, I guess.
No, I've been only listening to 5 songs. I skipped the 5th song and I listened to the 6th song, which is Lane Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's this is stay in your lane, boy, but we go where we want to. It's real cute. It's I don't know. They have
So
many
you like
different-
cute music, but you
It-
don't.
no,
Well, no.
it's cute to me.
No.
It's cute to
You
me.
like cute music, but you won't give the ukulele any love because it's
can't.
too happy sounding.
It sound okay when
The
you
ukulele
did,
is
when
just
you,
way too pop.
when you showed me. It's okay. It's too fucking Hawaiian for me.
What do you got against Hawaiians?
Nothing.
Fucking racist.
Deep down, I'm extremely racist.
But specifically to Hawaiians.
Oh, fuck all of them Hawaiians. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Love all you guys. No, I don't know any of you. Do I know any Hawaiians?
Do you have any racist jokes about Hawaiians?
Nope.
I've got some.
Then maybe I'm not a racist towards Hawaiians. Then.
I've got a
Shit.
racist
All right,
Hawaiian
all right.
joke.
We should get away from these racists.
No. This is your moment to shine.
Is this all right? All right.
Oh Jesus.
Whenever it's Christmas time, why do Hawaiians always eat tamales?
Do they? Why?
So they've got something to unwrap.
Oh, that's not that's a Mexican joke.
No, that's Hawaiian.
That is a Mexican
That is
joke.
Hawaiians.
No, it's not.
Hawaiians eat tamales. Am I the only one who knows this?
This has
John-
gone too fucking
John,
far.
you know we have Mexican family members.
This
Not
is
just Nico.
We don't have Hawaiian family members.
John. Anyways, Miranda,
What?
back to 21 Pilots. 'Cause I really am curious
guess.
about. No. I'm curious about.
That was the first example.
Okay, what else besides 21 Pilots are you been listening to?
A lot of RuPaul.
You know, I gave her a chance in like the 90s. Whenever she. No, wait, that's Wesley Snipes. I'm thinking about that
They're both drag queens.
the drag queen movie with Patrick Swayze.
Tu Wong Fu.
Tu Wong Fu.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everything, Julie Newmar.
Yeah,
That was a great fucking movie.
There was a lot of drag movies. Well, maybe there was like maybe 2 or 3 back in the
There's
day.
My son loved that movie,
Priscilla,
actually.
Queen of the Desert, is a drag queen movie with Hugo Weaving.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
That's a good one too.
Did you
More
guys ever watch
Australian.
Drag Race?
No.
I've been watching a lot of it lately. RuPaul gives me life. Like I've been a little depressed, so I'm trying to like pick my spirits up with some RuPaul, and like his music really makes me like just happy. And I actually my better workout mix, because I have a workout mix,
I had one.
and now I have a better workout mix. It's just a bunch of RuPaul because it gets me amped. Oh, and there's Sugar Hill Gang.
Is it because of the? I've never heard her music, but I'm gonna imagine it's probably very energy, electronic
absolutely.
or something like that.
Dance music, and you know the things that like the lyrics are very very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not too deep, but you know, inspiring enough to make you like, yeah.
Is it the type of music that like a straight person could listen to and be inspired by, or do you think it's so? Well, no. I'm curious because
it's not
lyrics don't need. Okay, well, listen. And lyrics don't need
Born
to.
This Way or anything like that.
Well, no. Okay, take fucking Christina Aguilera. Beautiful. She had that song back in the. You know, you're beautiful. You know, a guy could take something from that. A woman could take away from that.
Right.
A cis fucking whatever could take something from that. I'm sorry, but
you don't. Oh, no, you don't have to apologize for me for shit.
I don't understand what the cisgender means.
I'm not gonna get into this.
I don't want to.
Get into
Johnny,
this.
you are fucking.
Okay.
I am right here with you right now. Anyways,
can't with you right now.
Can't even. I cannot. Literally cannot even. Anyways, answer my question though, because like, does her lyrics like
his or her? You can use either pronouns because RuPaul is a cisgender man.
I'm trying to be respectful and calling it a her instead of calling it it's an it's.
Say them if you're gonna. Instead of it, say them. But you can say her or him, like in reference to RuPaul. Like RuPaul has said this because RuPaul is a man who dresses up as a woman and performs. RuPaul's a drag queen, not transgender or genderqueer or anything like that. RuPaul is a man who is a drag queen and my mother. Okay? RuPaul is my mother.
Hey. Nothing but love and respect. Anyways, answer the fucking question.
I'm so fucking confused at this point.
Because it's not his mother.
We had the same mother.
Not Johnny's mother.
Yeah.
Yes, a straight person can definitely draw inspiration and motivation from RuPaul.
Okay.
For sure.
That's cool. I appreciate musicians that can do that. Or at least like if a female musician can do that and it'd be universal.
There's no agenda other than like fucking love yourself. You know, at the end of Drag Race, RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen? Now let the music play. So, you know, it's definitely, it's not just for like gay people or drag queens.
Well, no, I'm just curious because like I've never heard of its music before. So I'm curious just what sort of message does it put out to in a more universal sense versus is it just for that community or is it for well, I mean, because there are musicians out there whose lyrics specifically go towards like a certain kind of person, but then another person could find it's their own way of like this lyric relates to me in some way. So
I mean, everything is open to interpretation to an extent,
right?
You know, I think like just like a normal, I don't want to say normal, it's a shitty word. I think like just a straight person that was just like singer-songwriter, like with an acoustic guitar or piano or some shit that was just writing like about a breakup or whatever. I think a gay or straight or bi or whatever, you can relate to it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And I've always found that to be the beautiful thing with music, lyrics in particular, is you could take it, you could take this song as breakup song, whereas actually it's about the one time my lamp fell over and I was really heartbroken.
I love Lamp. Well, one of the
you don't love Lamp. Fuck you.
One of the lyrics that gets to me the most, that makes me feel encouraged from RuPaul is from the song "Sissy That Walk," which means feminize your walk. You know, your runway walk, and the line is. If I fly or if I fall, at least I can say I gave it all. So that's totally
inspirational
and relatable, you know. And that's kind of where I'm at with my life is like, okay, changes.
Yeah.
Actually, Nico's got a good same of that whole if I stay or if I fall, at least, or whatever on that movie. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I still need to watch that.
It's my favorite. Okay, no, it's not my favorite movie. It's probably my favorite classic movie of all time. But at least top 5 favorite movies of all time. And if you haven't seen it yet, then I want to explain a scene to you.
Well, I'm aware of it.
Well, it has nothing to do with like the mental health part of it. Okay, Jack Nicholson, he's in a crazy house. Okay, and he's trying to break out. Right, like he wants to leave because he wants to go see the World Series game at a bar.
Okay,
and he's talking with the other guys, saying, "I'm gonna take this huge water cooler and I'm gonna chunk it through the fucking window." And they're like, "You can't lift that thing up." And he's like, "I want to take a bet." So he busts out his pad of paper and is like, "You $1, you $25." You know, everyone's like putting in their bets. It's all cigarettes. You know, that's how they make bets.
Yeah.
And he goes in to lift it up, and he's just trying as hard as he can to lift it up, and he can't get it. And someone says, "Giving up?" And he's like, "Nah, just warming up." Warming up. So then he goes again. He's like, "This is the one. This is the one." And he goes at it for like 2 minutes straight. Doesn't get it. Everyone's just quiet. Nobody says anything. He just has this look of like pure disappointment in himself. Like, and he's walking away with his head down. He gets to the door, and then he turns back and he goes, "At least I tried, didn't I? God damn it. At least I did that."
I love it.
And then he walks away.
Love
and like
it.
to me, that's always been like my life right there. Like if there was probably an epitaph I could put on my headstone. At least I tried. God damn it. At least I did that.
I like that.
So yeah, I feel you completely on that.
See, it is relatable.
It's very much a universal theme. And to me, I think for people that have gone through trialing times and troubling things, you may not come out on the other end, but at least you can look at yourself and what you went through, and you can say to yourself, "At least I did this, or at least I did that, or at least I tried."
Well, and it's about the choices you make and being proud of the choices that
and standing with your choices
kept you here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that you got to stand by. You know, if you're making a huge decision or a small decision,
it's been hard, but God damn it, I'm gonna stand by. What I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's really the only thing we should ever really be prideful of.
Is our effort that we put in?
Yeah, the choices we make, the things we do, not the things that were before us.
Not what we come from, but where we're going.
Right, absolutely.
Anyways, after RuPaul, what would you say is...
After RuPaul, I can't see under this giant mic. Go to Sleep / Trip Balls. I don't really listen to that very much. I've been listening to the new Weeknd album a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Starboy.
I haven't listened to it yet, but whenever I was like 50-50. What do I want to go with today? Do I want to listen to the new Weeknd, or do I want to listen to the new Childish Gambino? And I went with Childish Gambino.
That's probably more your speed anyway. I actually need to listen to that.
I'm sure we'll listen to it later on today, but it wasn't until we did the Lana episode where you mentioned like the Weeknd's kind of like...
Oh yeah, they're still the Ice King and Queen of Pop, because Lana actually came in on this album.
Really?
And did the Stargirl interlude.
Oh my gosh,
that's beautiful.
I don't give one shit about Lana, but because you said this, it makes me like interested. Like, what do they do? How do they pull it off?
It's
gorgeous. What do the Weeknd sing, man?
It's a guy. It's like one dude.
Well, what does the Weeknd? It sounds like.
What was the hit? What was the hit?
Is the Weeknd like
I
on?
I can feel my face when I'm with
right.
But no, not that one. The other one.
The Hills.
The Hills.
I only
I knew that I can't feel my face when I'm with you. But
and then there's like that scream in the back.
I love it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Is that 808?
That was an 808.
Nice.
My favorite drum of all damn time.
Yeah, man, it's really cool whenever you do the whole 808 thing. So this guy's on Jersey Shore, right?
No.
He's got the one name for... that's the situation, right?
That's the situation.
Oh, okay. So he's more like The Rock.
Oh, I found a new...
John Cena.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I found a new person that I like, musician. I don't know how to say her fucking name.
Bjork is what it is.
It's not Bjork because I know how to say Bjork. it's two names, a first and a last. I'm sure. Jhene, and then the last name is Aiko. I don't want to fuck that up. That's why I'm spelling it. And the album that I've been listening to is called Sold Out, and it is so great for either sleeping to or tripping balls to.
How many copies do they have left? Jenna Echo.
Probably. That's probably how you say it.
Jenna Echo.
What kind of music is it?
It's like
Is like that trans
trancey,
going to outer space type shit?
R&B,
Ambient?
trancey, trip hop. Very, very ambient. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I dig it. She's got a really cool voice. It's real pretty.
Is it like Purity Ring?
I don't know.
You like Purity Ring?
But that sounds weird. But I'll check it out.
Oh, you'd probably dig it.
It's like that thing.
Yeah.
It's that ring you
that
wear?
thing. Anyways.
What?
Anyways.
I don't want to know what he did though.
What are we talking? Okay. The ambient stuff.
Yeah.
What is it about? Is that sort of like the music that you think only works when you're under a certain herbal influence of some sort? Because
no, it doesn't work only when you're high as fuck.
Sometimes it gets you high.
Absolutely. I used to listen to a lot more like trip hop and
by trip hop, do you mean like Massive Attack type shit?
of course, yeah.
Okay.
I love Massive
Attack was like the first band that really started hip hop. Or
Trip hop.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify because anytime someone drops like
a genre,
you always gotta like try and figure out what they mean by it.
Yeah, what the fuck is trap?
I think that's like
that's
a
okay.
certain...
You know, like Trap Queen.
No.
I'm like, hey, what's a pillow? Okay, Fetty Wap. No. Okay. So trap
Are you
music is
speaking
like
English to me? I don't know.
his name
man.
is Fetty Wap.
This is the person you were talking
yeah,
about? Okay.
he has
just
one
checking.
eye that works.
Is it like The Rock or
It's not,
The Situation?
No, it's like hip hop, but it's like.
See, I've always known
it's
trap
like
as
trap
like
house. You know, like the trap house is.
No.
You know where you go and sell dope, basically, or buy dope. It's like a crack house.
Oh, this is crack music.
Essentially.
Okay then.
All right, so I don't really want to try trap.
Well, you asked what it was, so I told you.
You're listening to some very bad music.
I'm not listening to that anymore. That was
We're
last
judging
year.
you.
Last year I listened to that song about 10 times in a day. Spotify let me know. And I
Fetty
was like,
Wap.
oh shit. I need to cool it on that.
But
I ain't
anyways,
no trap queen.
about this Fetty Wap.
Let's talk
Nothing
about Fetty Wap.
We're
man.
not going to talk about Fetty Wap because I
okay.
don't know shit about Fetty Wap.
Okay, done. Well, no, I mean, I'm just asking about like this.
If our listeners
this,
would,
trip hop, this sort of music. But no, like whenever people say like a new genre that you've never heard of, you gotta take a second to try and figure out what the fuck it is.
This shit is 90s as hell.
Pre-pop, post-punk.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Post-punk, that is
gent.
also 80s and 90s kind of. Post-punk is older. That's like
prog.
It's like what goth is, but like officially, post-punk is like official goth.
But no, I didn't say post-punk. I said pre-pop, post-punk.
Pre-pop, post-punk. So
That's
so
what I'm
in
talking
one,
about.
Pre-pop, post-punk.
That's
No.
the genre.
What of what?
Progressive pre-pop.
I like prog rock, but I don't know about all these. I don't know. Okay, when I was an Elixir kid, we had a shit ton of genres, right? Mm-hmm. It was just like, oh yeah, we're progressive math rock, kind of like the.
But were you
Toadies.
really?
It wasn't really math rock.
They changed the time signatures a whole bunch in one song, and it was impossible to dance.
But that
to,
doesn't
so
make
yes.
you. That doesn't make you math rock. That makes you unable to stay on fucking tempo.
Well,
No,
that
they
just
stayed
makes
on
it prog.
tempo.
That makes it
okay.
progressive.
It just makes it progressive.
Yeah.
Is that it? Well, they threw around the term math rock.
Sounds like a
so-
bunch of fucking pretentious musicians that you were working with.
You know
Just
what?
I'm just-
Two of them are in Hammer Party. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
Now you made this.
Now you made it personal. Okay?
Those are friends.
Those are
okay?
our BFFs for life.
You can't go around.
They have a really cute bass player. Okay.
Oh man.
Do they?
Are you
Do they
serious?
have a bass player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Fucking DC.
Daniel Kazort.
I know. I feel like an asshole. Sorry,
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
But I don't know you.
And he is sexy. I'll say it.
Well, I mean...
Anyways.
I was in a band with some of these guys. That's weird. They're like my brothers.
No, they're cool people. Really appreciate them.
Yeah, they really are.
They're not pretentious.
Andrew and James are fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, they're really good people.
You guys are pussies.
You're a pussy. Okay, all right. The drummer's hot as shit. Whatever.
No,
Everybody
he
thinks
was
that.
until he cut off all his hair. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways.
I met him when he didn't have all his hair, and then he grew it out. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's not talk about Andrew.
Okay. Well, we'll put a hold on the music you've been listening to.
Okay.
Johnny, I'm real curious. What music have you been listening to?
A lot of Typo Negative.
A lot of Typo Negative.
Yeah.
Why Typo Negative? I know that's one of your favorite bands of all time, but
Man,
is that something you've been listening to a lot of now? Or is it
I
general?
just got back into it a little bit. It's one thing that me and Christy really listen to a lot of, and we really dig.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very, it's kind of like
It's the original love metal.
Well, we talked about that in our Kill Switch episode, and I think Kill Switch really gets it. But I think Typo as well would be considered because it is very romantic, but also
It's kind of self-deprecating.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
yeah.
but that's a big word, and I'm not good with remembering that shit. So it's really
You're welcome.
It really is what it is. It's negative. Like everything in the song, everything in the music is just real pessimistic. Like he was on the Jerry Springer show, Peter Steele was.
I remember that, yeah.
And they were like, "So, Peter, how you feeling today?" And his reaction was, "Less miserable."
That's gonna be me every single day,
right?
When someone asks me how I am.
But yeah, man, I think it's just a sexual band. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's got this certain
Christian woman, is goddamn.
Yeah, his music is really amazing, especially inspiring for me because of how low the vocals are, and that's one of the only bands I listen to that has such low vocals, which I have. Mm-hmm. So it's fun to be able to sing somebody else's music all the way. You know?
Have you thought about Power Man 5000?
Yeah, but Power Man 5000 isn't that good.
When worlds collide.
Worlds collide.
No, do the beginning. Do you know the beginning of Worlds Collide?
Probably. I can't.
Yes, you can.
How's it? Which part? What's the lyrics?
Fuck, I don't remember. I was wondering if you knew, so you could sing it with your low ass voice.
What is it really that's going on here? You got the system for total control.
You need to check out. Yeah, you need to check out this song by. I hate to say this, but I saw it on a Vine. I saw it, or it was a Vine, or it was some kind of. Oh no, it was Musically. It was that dumb shit that kids have been using these days, right? Where they sync up their face and stuff to a song or some shit. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's an app. There's an app for that.
Anyways,
it's
saying.
There's this song that I found through one of some kids' little recordings or whatever, and it's by Soulja Boy, and it's like "Hey You There" or something like that, and it reminded me of Power Man 5000, but also reminded me of you, like the timbre of your voice.
Right.
I don't know if I'm using that word right or not.
I do look like a lumberjack, so.
A lumberjack? What?
Timber?
God damn it. Dad joke. This is what happens when you have kids.
I do look like a lumberjack.
This is what happens when you have kids, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Anyways, besides
Typo Negative.
Okay, yeah, Typo Negative.
Right. It's something about the musical mixing of the drums. Mm-hmm. You know?
Do they have Now I've said this to you before. We've listened to it together, but it's gone in one ear and out the other. Not out of distaste. Not out of that, but it's just one of those bands that comes in. Okay, it's there. Okay, now it's not there, and then now I have the thousand random thoughts I have in my head that sort of
it's so
take
distortion
over.
That you can tune it out.
Yeah. But as far as the mixing of their drums, do they have the arena style drums with the big reverb sound to it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can really hear the toms. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's not quite as muffled as you hear, like, with other music, where it's just kind of, like, not muffled, but, like, quieted down a little bit so you can hear the other drums.
Well, I think that's just a preferred taste, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think whenever it comes to the production value, you know, you could add a little bit of reverb in there, and it has, like, a good sound to it, or you could add a lot more reverb to it. You have, like, that arena 80s sort of style to it.
Right.
Which that's its own,
It kind of
world.
goes with what kind of feeling you want to get out of the song.
It is somewhat hair metal. Like, it definitely takes from hair metal. I would say
that hurts.
Oh, fuck you. You know it's true. No, they take.
In what way? In what way do you think it takes from?
Well, first of all, the whole love metal aspect of it, you know, and just I don't know. I just
you think it's ballady?
They can be. I mean, Love You to Death is a fucking ballad. Come on.
I don't know, man. It's just not what I think of whenever I think ballads. Maybe it could be the way that
it's not a power ballad.
Right.
But it is a ballad, and they just sound like they're like a spooky, like
a Scooby-Doo metal. It is kind of Scooby-Doo-esque.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like B horror movie kind of just influences on top of kind of a foundation of hair metal almost.
Right.
And I mean, you went to that concert and you saw the keyboardist. When he would he would just like flip his hair all the way onto the keyboard and like slowly bring his head up, and it was just cool as shit.
Oh
looking.
Man.
That was the greatest concert. I'm so glad we saw Peter Steele before he died.
They're known as like the Brooklyn assholes or something like that.
Four dicks from Brooklyn.
Four dicks from Brooklyn, because they're just assholes in general. Like how they talk to the crowd.
Three dicks from Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They never carried on anything.
I don't think they're doing anything.
Peter Steele passed away like
Peter Steele
a year after we saw him.
2 years. He was typo negative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So there's no way that they could sort of like resurrect.
I don't think so. Unless they're
doing something else.
If the rest of the band is listening to this, just know that I can sing vocals in that field.
No, he can't.
You can't fucking
and
do
I
it.
can,
No,
I can fucking do it.
This is the voice of reason talking to you in your earphones. You can't fucking do it.
I can. If you guys want
I grew
me,
up with him. He can't.
You sure as shit can't
I
do
can
it.
fucking do it.
Your voice is cracking up, man. You can't fucking do that shit. No,
Idle hands, maybe the devil's work. 12.
But idle minds, you see, so much was.
12 Black Rainbows is my favorite typo negative song.
And the lyrics are so fucking good, especially my favorite song. My favorite song from Typo.
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully coping with the natural beauty of infidelity.
That is your favorite. You love that.
It's almost 13 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it goes through so many changes, so it's like its own album.
But that's cool though. I like music that does that.
It's what are they called?
But
like
the breakdowns are so slow.
What are they called in like? Okay, when I did choir, there would be pieces movements.
Yeah,
it's like in movements.
Oh, I took one earlier.
me too. Not actually.
Dad joke.
I almost said me too. Then I'm like, wait, no, I didn't.
So
anyway, no. Back to this. Songs that are usually like a stupid amount, long in time wise.
Right. But here's the thing with like that specific song, like the breakdowns are so slow.
How many breakdowns are there in that song?
There's at least 3 or 4, and it's just like really long. Dun,
yeah.
Dun. Dun.
Yeah,
it does that like over and over again.
I want to see them like rock out to this because like usually whenever like you think breakdowns and they're so rhythmic and they're dancing and there's like syncopated headbanging.
There's a specific style of dancing for that sludgy slow metal.
Is it like the South Park goth kid stuff?
It's just like you're swaying and your eyes are closed and you're just like, yeah.
And you're shoegazing.
You're like sinking into each like. Wow, you sink into it and then you go back. I wish the fucking listeners could.
Well,
see what I'm doing.
We did the goth episode, and I think
you guys
Nico may
good,
have asked
actually.
me. I think Nico asked me, "Would you consider Typo Negative to be a goth band?"
It definitely has a lot of goth influences.
Right. I think the best way to describe Typo Negative is goth rock.
It's doom rock. Or it's doom metal.
Probably.
Doom metal.
Doomcore?
I believe. No,
goth metal.
I'm going to create a genre called Applecore. It's just because I'm sick of all these core genres.
Yeah, you really tell the man by doing that.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm going to name something else core. So
and I'm going to make it
really
ridiculous.
piss off
It's
the
going to be satirical.
industry.
It's going to be satirical. Just kidding.
Anyways, back what I was trying.
Real talk.
What I was trying to say with the songs that go that long.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
They're how they kind of have like a story to it. It's more of a story format than a song format. Even though you can take a song and you can create your own story out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to a lot of music like Explosions in the Sky. There's one band in particular that I really love called This Will Destroy You, which I sent you a song by them, by the way. I don't know if you ever listened to them. How their songs go.
It didn't destroy her.
Their songs go for like 7 minutes. And it's sort of like a gradual, like it starts kind of here,
Yeah.
but it always ends fucking right up here, and it takes you on that journey with its music. So like something like this 13-minute long song,
Well,
is it really like a journey? Like are
It
you
is-
going?
it is-
Are you going
Yeah.
to different places and you end in like a certain place? You know,
This specific song has,
Does it have a
has
final
words
destination, basically?
in it, which makes a difference. And the words obviously tell a very deep story,
Right.
about him getting cheated on, and how he deals with it, and how it affects him, and the really shitty feelings you get out of it. You know, like there's this one part in the song where it's like, "You make me fucking hate myself." You know what I mean? And then he goes into, you know, and it's like a really good song because like you hear backup vocals in it, and okay, the chorus is, "I know you're fucking someone else." And then the background,
knows you're fucking someone else.
I know you're fucking someone else.
He knows you're fucking someone else.
I know.
He knows.
I know.
He knows.
I know.
He knows.
I know.
He knows.
I know. Yeah. It's literally that is the chorus of the
is.
song.
It is.
It's very fun.
It is really fun.
I would never expect it to be that fun, but now that you say that,
It's really rocking. Like,
But it's not really like the theme of their overall music. You know, they
No.
do hit different parts in that song, you know, that have a lot of their different vibes that they have. That is the typo negative sound. But I think they did a live version on they have a live CD called "The Origin of Feces,"
oh yeah, that's right. Yep,
and
they sure do.
yeah, after that, you know, like all their music is fucking a solid sound.
You know what else I really love by Typo Negative is Red Water, Christmas Morning.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Water.
When you say Red Water, it reminds me of Rehab.
Rehab?
Yeah,
the
that
band
was
Rehab?
fucking. It was like a country song, and it was so fucking beautiful. Like I've cried listening to that song, man.
That guy is Charla's future ex-husband. The
Oh,
guy
yeah.
from Rehab? Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll
looks
appreciate
like,
this.
She looks like
She'll appreciate
her
it.
ex.
Well, she likes a certain type of guy, and she always posts stuff on Facebook like, it's my future ex-husband.
Yeah, Rehab's a cool band to see.
And she likes Rehab, so I mean, she went to you went to see that with her, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. Hi, Charla. Just shout out to our sister.
She don't listen to this shit.
So we can talk shit all we want, just like y'all took shit on me.
you kind of deserve it though. Anyways,
Some shit.
after Typo Negative, what would you say you've been listening to a lot of?
Death Grips.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you mention them, but I've never heard any of their stuff.
Really?
Yeah, you've never presented them to me, or like, because you always like, hey, have you heard this? And I'll say no, and you'd be like, okay, well then you plug your phone up to the speakers, and then we listen to it together. But that's the first one. You've never done that.
See, that's the thing. I was kind of saving it for the John's Weird Music.
Oh, I see what you did there.
So I'll have to.
You want to sneak one in?
Yeah, I don't know enough about them, I don't think, but we can go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay.
All right, Death Grips. It's a band about like seclusion and not trusting other people at all.
I love it already.
Yeah, it's the thing is like it's got it's mostly comprised, I believe, of only two guys, and one of them
Let me guess. One guy does samples of some kind?
Yes.
And then the other one does vocals.
Yes.
Fucking knew it. Anyways, keep going.
But the vocals are rapping.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You blew my mind.
But it's not like of normal shit that you hear in rap. You know what I mean? This is kind of like a whole opposite spectrum. He's talking about being paranoid of the world. You know what I mean?
Like Tower 7 type shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, whenever I watched an interview about him and they were like, so what are your influences? And they were like, well, I wouldn't even say we really have influences because we don't really see other human beings as influences.
Oh my God.
And they were like, we're kind of inspired by other things instead of like human beings. And it was just kind of like a weird interview.
I can imagine fucking Kurt Loder's old ass be like,
where do I go?
Yeah.
What do I do with this?
But it's a lot of percussion. They're all
A lot of
really-
sick beats.
A lot of sick beats. They're all big on visuals, the music videos and the shows that they do, and their perspective of continuing in their band and everything is like, this isn't about thinking about the future. They're like, this is, every way that we got here is by dealing with now and what we want to do.
I like that.
We don't care about anything that comes from this. We don't really care about the career, but it is a job, so we just do it the way we do it, and we do things based on how we're feeling at the time, which is kind of an opposite like perspective as a lot of other musicians. They're like, what are we going to do from here? They're planning for the future, It's more beneficial in my opinion, but the way that they do things is very odd and off. I really believe their music, like the samples and stuff, like fucking sick as shit. I guess if you guys want to give it a shot.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right.
Wait. What are we listening to? What's the name of the fucking song?
We're going to listen to I've Seen Footage.
Okay.
I feel like that song would be great in a Kevin Smith movie for some fucking
Kevin Smith movie?
I don't fucking know. Like they're pulling up at the beginning, like they're pulling up to the store or some shit.
What store?
The Quick Mart, of course.
Quick Mart?
Yeah.
Good answer.
Seen footage.
That's acceptable.
As you see in that song,
Quick
he says...
Stop. Oh, fuck, it's the Quick Stop.
Is that what it is?
Shit.
Okay, so as you see, what he's saying is...
Yeah, because I couldn't understand a single word he was saying.
Right, well, he's saying, I've seen footage. I stay noided. I've seen footage. He's talking about staying paranoid.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Like he's been watching documentaries
he's
on...
seen too much. He's watched Zeitgeist way too many times.
There's a lot of fucking weird ass conspiracy theory movies on Hulu.
Like I'm
way
down
more
with
on
a
Hulu.
lot of conspiracy theories until it gets to the flat Earth.
You are my brother.
Like there are flat earthers all around the globe.
Yeah. I don't get it.
All around
shut the
the
fuck
globe.
up. You don't get it. You don't get it. No.
Sphere
Anyways.
instead of a flat Earth. See, like my biggest thing on flat Earth, and I hate to go into this, but like, how do they think people get on airplanes to go to the other side of the world? You know what I mean? Like they think, if you're in Japan, you go around the whole world.
They've never been on an airplane. That's the thing.
All right. So I've seen footage.
I've seen footage.
I dig it a lot, man.
It was really bouncy. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it had to me, it almost had like it reminded me of 90s hip hop. Where it had like that beat where it was just mostly fun sounding.
Yeah.
Right.
Where, because back in the day, 90s hip hop was all about having fun.
It was way more fun.
Right, way before it got too serious with, all the stereotypes of, bitches and hoes. That was in like late 90s. Early 90s, it was
Early
about,
2000s.
we're gonna have fun in our backyard and have a barbecue with our family and friends.
But see, I think that the feel that they're trying to throw off is more art less than fun.
Yeah,
and so they're kind of like the Radiohead of hip-hop.
The music to me has that fun feeling. The vocals and what he's saying, then I imagine it's where it kind of gets into more.
Yeah,
it's kind of chaotic a little bit, but in a good way.
The rest of the album has like all kinds of like I want to call it electronic blast beats. Like just random fucking sounds. It's the closest to mindless self-indulgence that I hear.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
What? Now that you say that, I can.
It's just off the wall. Anything goes. You can expect anything. And they're really big on percussion and just like playing the drums like with the vocals. Just apparently the guy a lot of the times that sings doesn't really sometimes have words, so he's just saying whatever's coming off the cuff. I mean, because that's kind of their philosophy in general of doing everything off the cuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That can only work so many times, though, man.
Yeah.
You gotta.
They also don't have inspiration for the future.
No, I get that.
So it doesn't really matter to them. You know what I mean?
I know. I kind of like this. Like, I like that philosophy.
This apathy.
Honestly. It's not really apathy as much as it is like just living in the moment, and I really dig that.
I'm all okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm scared of the future, so I just try to not be by living in the now.
I think what draws me to one of their songs, outside of kind of that punk rock philosophy that they do have, what draws me to their music specifically is probably just like the really nice sounds from the samples and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, think that's what has hooked me in.
And you've always been interested in like electronic music and like you fucking
the perfect
have,
sound.
You got them launch pads. You got this new software DAW shit or whatever, and coming up with what's the shit that you got? Fruit Loops.
I got FL Studio and I've got Ableton.
Yeah. So you're all about making some weird shit.
I just got it. It's gonna take me a minute to figure it out.
Yeah. No, you walk into it with like having no idea of what you're getting into, and you sort of go into it as like a blank canvas.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you fucking got to just sort of go through trial and error. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up a whole hell of a lot. But the beauty of it is,
God damn it, at least I tried.
Exactly.
Well, and the thing with you, John, is that whenever you pick up anything, like an instrument or whatever, like, you love to fuck with it for a while, like for hours on end, and that's how you learn. Hands-on, you know, and you're like, that doesn't sound quite right, so you'll just do it some other way.
Yeah.
You used to fucking play piano, like, in our house constantly.
Right.
We didn't do shit over the summer, so, you know, like as kids, and he would just fucking play the piano constantly, or his guitar, and sometimes it was the same fucking riff over and over again. It was the same shit.
What guitar would that be?
Oh, it's the one right behind me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet transition.
Okay, so I got my first guitar ever whenever I was like 13, 14 years old, and it was red. And I named it Lucille, and I played with it until it got stolen from me.
Lie, he definitely named it Lucille.
Yeah. I had a mindless self-indulgence sticker on it. I played the shit out of it. We played it at shows.
Yeah, it was the guitar that you had that you played many songs with whenever you were auditioning as a guitar player, and then whenever we needed a second guitar player because you had switched over to vocals.
Right.
So you would pick up the guitar and you'd play.
Before I Awake on it.
Some of our greatest songs. Fucking, we had a song called Tearjerker that you played on that song.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful song. We had a song called Before I Awake, which is an amazing fucking song that you and Gary
We have recorded footage on YouTube.
Our former singer, I guess you want to call her that, Jackie, Reed, myself, we rocked that song. To us, that was our hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was real fun.
I like Jackie's lyric, if I can't get you out of my head, then maybe you're supposed to be there. I remember
that was for Tearjerker.
That was Tear. I thought we were talking about Tearjerker.
No, we're talking about Before I Awake.
Oh, okay.
No, but so no, that guitar has been there for a lot of our songs that we wrote together. Even whenever it was just me and you, when we were first starting to play music together.
Right.
That was the guitar that you had. You had a gold guitar.
And Animosity
for a little while. Like maybe one time. I think it was called Goldie Hawn.
It was Goldie Hawn. It was Goldie Hawn. That was my dad gave me that, and then he kind of Indian gave it because his girlfriend at the time, like. That was her guitar, and she gave it to him, and they split up. And she's like, "Well, I want my fucking guitar back."
It was a nice guitar.
Yeah, it was a tough. I was like, "Oh man, come on, Dad." And I just had to suck it up and give it back.
Right.
You know.
But no, so this is a song. I mean, this is a guitar that's been with us for many songs. And then we're determining it's somewhere around late 2008, early 2009.
Yeah.
It was stolen, along with my Takamine acoustic guitar.
Right.
Which, funny enough, that guitar was stolen from a church and then given to me as a present.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was stolen from a church from my stepbrother. and he gave it to me and was like, I want you to have this guitar so you can play songs. And I learned how to play guitar from that guitar.
Yeah.
And we were living together, and I left it at your house because I was in college. And then our shit got stolen.
Yeah, our shit got stolen. I also had my grandmother's acoustic, classical acoustic.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things, laptops, I think maybe my iPod.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, porno magazines. This was my time whenever those were actually usable.
Who still uses magazines?
True.
No, quick tangent. Who still uses magazines?
Brent.
Whoever fucking took mine.
I'm just saying, that's like, looking at porn off of a fucking, like, stone tablet thing.
I feel like, there's too much with, like, turning the pages,
But they're stuck together, so you kind of got to rip them,
Yeah.
and then the fucking...
But then, like, you can't see the titties no more.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't know how to aim.
Get you some tissues. People.
For your issues.
For your aiming issues.
Whenever I say issues, I mean, like that's another word for magazine.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck. And I love puns, so I don't know why I'm saying.
This weird conversation. Either way.
How about we go back to the
to
beautiful
guitar.
moment that happened the other day?
Okay.
Let's get back to
What's
great.
Strangely enough, I'm going into a pawn shop in Conroe looking for a Christmas present for Donovan, Christy's son. And I look in there and I was like, you guys got a music session? And we're like, we got a music section upstairs. So I looked around and I saw it, but it never hit me that it was mine. It never hit me that it was the one that was stolen from me.
Yeah.
And
But something had to, because you sent me a text message. You sent me a picture of the guitar, and you're like, I'm crying right now, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you would.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Anyways, as you were.
Yeah, I was fucking hit by it. Like the whole time just singing it, I was, I think the biggest part was the rarity. Like I never seen another guitar that's got both, two humbuckers and one like single coil in the middle. Like I've never seen that. Still to this day, I look online. Whenever I saw it, it really hit me. It made me remember that I had all my shit stolen from me at that point, as well as your shit. Yeah. And, like, even whenever it happened, I didn't care too much, like I was really broken about it, but, I kind of let it go, just because that was my fault for living the life I did, where I couldn't even report anything because I was afraid to have cops at my house.
Yeah. Like
that was the kind of paranoia that I had and should have had because of the way that I lived my life. You know what I mean?
Make it sound like you lived in a crack house.
It wasn't a crack house,
or a trap
but
house.
it was, just as
it was a fun
in
house.
in the eyes of the law, it was just as bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I never saved like the numbers and stuff on the back to where it would be beneficial to in the first place, and then whenever I see it, I'm just fucking it hits me like a ton of bricks, and over time I'm like, it has to be the same one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I mentioned something on Facebook. I think it was pretty nonchalant. I don't think I was fishing for anything.
No, you weren't.
And so crazily enough, like I put it on there and I got so many people, like so much love from people just like, man, where is that at? Where would it be? And I was kind of really confused about the whole thing. Eventually people started sending me money on Facebook. Like,
how do they do that? How do you send money on
I've
Facebook?
never sent money through Instant Messenger before, but they were sending it like, it got to the point of where like it hit over the amount that the guitar was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean,
oh my gosh.
So like there were postings after postings of like what was going on, when I was getting it, how I got it. And I eventually posted a picture of me with the guitar.
Which is your profile picture now.
I was able to get it. Yeah, it's my profile picture
Fuck
now.
Yeah.
And, just kind of said, hey, man, I got Lucille back. I got over 80 something likes or hearts or whatever, And
I was so happy
I had
for
people
you.
show up at the bar at the 12th, the Hammer Party at 12th Street. And I've had people come up to me, dude, I've been following the saga.
It's cool.
And,
it's a cool ass story.
It's
I'm
fucking
really glad
awesome.
you got
Like
it.
I'm like I didn't even like usually if I go to a pawn shop I'd fucking test out a guitar first. I plug it up, I make sure that all the electronic works, and even if it didn't work, it doesn't matter. It's not about me playing it. It's about me having it, and like that's
it's what started everything. You know,
Yeah.
it's the guitar that started everything.
the paperwork said that it's been in the pawn shop since 2009.
That's fucking insane. It was meant to be. That's what I'm thinking. It's like it was destiny that you get this shit back.
Over 7 years ago. And so basically only a year or so, maybe even less, since it was stolen. Mm-hmm. So if I would have just gone to that pawn shop beforehand.
You had no idea. You didn't know.
But it happened perfect right before Christmas, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I looked at all the nicks and tears and where stickers were. Mm-hmm. It's the guitar. It is my old guitar.
And they scratched off the serial number because it was stolen. So
right, absolutely.
And you knew it was stolen. So I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, fucking. Was it A Miracle on 31st Street or some shit like that?
You taught me how to play Zombie on that guitar.
Yeah.
Remember Zombie, Nico?
No, I remember.
Remember Zombie?
I remember not knowing what the fuck that song was, and then we were playing it, and then someone told me, it's like, yeah, that's the Cranberries. Like, what? Yeah. Anyways.
Seriously, Miranda, did you have to let that linger? Did you have to?
I had to.
Did you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
Do you have to?
Anyways, but going
Cranberries
off of that, I guess segue into something that I've been wanting to talk about is how much love was given to you through that moment with this whole guitar situation.
Yeah.
Like that for me, whenever I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the most amazing thing to happen. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is, by the way, you got a boogie in your nose.
Oh
right
fuck
now.
yeah!
I wasn't gonna say anything.
All of this like positive energy being given to you in this one moment, to me it was like the most amazing thing. And like I had a birthday recently.
Happy birthday.
Hey, thanks guys. I had a birthday recently, and I just had all of this love and all of this joy given to me in that one moment. And like I was just like, I've never been so happy in my entire life. I had a lot of reasons to be upset about so many things. But I have zero reason to be upset about anything nowadays. The other day, I was just thinking in my head, I was thinking about random things, as I tend to do while I'm at work, because fuck work. Anyways, I was thinking about random things in my head, and I was thinking about how wealthy I feel. I feel wealthy.
Like Buddha.
Hold on a second. I feel wealthy. Like I feel like I'm like
rich in
I'm
love.
being like I'm covered in all the riches and all the wealth that a human being could have right now. I have zero money in my bank account, but I feel so wealthy. Right. I have everything I need. I don't have a goddamn physical. I got a beer, I got a notepad, I got a pen, and I got some cookies in front of me.
Hashtag blessed.
Sir, you're still going to have to pay for this meal.
Yeah. But you don't understand, man. I'm so wealthy right now. No, the bill reads out to be $27.99, but I am so wealthy right now.
So wealthy.
You got no idea how fucking wealthy. Look at all this jewelry I got on me.
I'm gonna go buy a
I'm gonna make
McDouble.
it rain on you.
I'm gonna go get myself a McDouble. I'm wealthy.
But you know exactly, because you said yourself
right.
that Buddha feeling or whatever. I just feel so wealthy with all of this love and all this joy that I have inside of me right now, where in the past I would be like, fuck, I got nothing. I got nobody. Nobody's got me. Yeah. I'd be in the fucking dumps. I got so much, you know what I mean? And that gives me so much hope.
Yeah.
And when this whole situation with the guitar happened, I was thinking, Johnny's going to feel that. Johnny's going to feel all that love, all that joy. He's going to feel all the wealth in the world by how much love was given to you
and you felt
in
joyful
one moment.
In that too, didn't you?
Right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was weird. It was so fucking weird.
It's not even about the guitar anymore.
It wasn't.
The guitar is just a guitar is wood and fucking copper wire or whatever it is the strings are made out of, and steel. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the people who know you, who love you, who came together. Let's do this for this guy. Let's do this for your boy. You know, and
it's a real testament.
It wasn't even people sending me money. It was also the people that were willing to.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of people. Hey man, did you get that guitar? I'll be willing to help you out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of
it was
different
the
people.
amount of support and the amount of people that know how much that shit means to you on a deeper level than material possession.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was the stuff that was going on that you had no idea about. The stuff that was going on, people talking to each other. Yo, man, we got to get together. We got to
Right.
get this fucking guitar for this guy.
People love you, and you really made a name for yourself in this
Right.
town for sure.
And the thing
you
is,
know,
I don't
some other
see
towns.
that every day. You know what I mean?
We don't.
And so it's just kind of like sometimes I really do feel alone outside of
Yeah.
like close niche. You know what I mean? It really feels like I push out a lot and I don't really receive much.
Mm-hmm.
But at least now I know that if ever anything goes down, there are people out there that got my back.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so it's really a crazy fucking feeling.
No, it's a very amazing feeling, and not crazy at all. It's an amazing, beautiful thing to take in at one time. For my birthday, I had
It's also good comic energy.
I had my family, my blood related family who gave me
Right.
love. I had my extended family who gave me love.
Yeah.
I had people at work. So this guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey, is it your birthday today?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, I read it because it shows my full name, Nicholas, on the thing at work." And he's like, "I thought that was you. Happy birthday, man." And I was like, "People at work are giving me love." I got a letter, no bullshit, last night on my desk. I open it up, it says from HEB friends. And I open it up, and it says happy birthday from HEB. And then I open it up, and it says thank you for working hard and making the store great. And it was like a whole bunch of people sending me a late happy birthday message. And I was like, dude, my fucking cup is overflowing.
No.
Do you understand that, man? My cup is
Let
overflowing.
me just say that without you, everything would not be better at HEB. But you make it so.
That's true.
You work your ass off,
Man.
And you make it
peddling
better.
that milk. And
You always
now
help me when I go.
there, everything is better.
It's true.
If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be true,
Man, you're being so sweet to me right now.
man.
But anyways, no. But this is an example of what I'm saying. But just how much love and how much joy is given to you at one moment, and it really, whenever all this stuff was going on, I was trying to come up with music, or at least examples of music or songs that was explaining how I felt.
Right.
I guess it being my turn with the stuff that I've been listening to a lot. Obviously, I've been listening to a lot of Childish Gambino, which
Yeah.
is a style of music that I don't particularly like to listen to. Not
Right.
that I don't like
Can
to listen
you
to,
tell
but
me about? Because I honestly, and I feel like a fucking asshole, but I don't know that much about Childish Gambino.
well, okay, it's Donald Glover. He's an actor, comedian.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
He's
but
on
that's all I
the
knew.
show Community. He's got a few stand-ups on Netflix. He's been in movies.
Is his stand-up good?
Oh, it's very funny. It's very
Okay,
it's very
I love stand-up.
it's very
like to hear
raunchy.
that.
It's very raunchy.
I like
But like he makes
I love it
he
raunchy.
makes notice like people who see me on TV think I'm one way, but then I come up on stage and then he'll make like the jerking off motion, like
Yeah,
you know.
because he has like these sad eyes that make him look more childish.
Yeah.
Wait.
Ah.
Oh shit!
No.
I walked into that.
Like a Gambino.
No. So he's very funny.
Yeah.
And then one day he was like, I'm going to start working on music.
Cool.
And everyone was like,
He's a Renaissance man.
everyone was like, are you sure? What kind of music are you going to come out with? You know, it's kind of like a long time ago, Joaquin Phoenix once said, I'm going to start working on a hip hop album. And everyone was like, what?
No, you're not.
You just did Walk the Line. Why the fuck are you going to work on a hip hop album? But it was all an inside joke that he was pulling on everybody.
Nice.
But so he was going to be like, Donald Glover's like, I'm going to start making music. I've been working on some beats and, writing lyrics or whatever. So I'm going to come up with some music. And he came out with some hip hop songs that were really fucking great. And people really like it. It's kind of, I don't know, like when he raps, it kind of has like for you to understand, it kind of has like that Jacob Machine kind of feel where it's just sort of like
Yeah.
talking, rapping in a way.
Yeah.
He talks about everything that you would imagine in hip hop, about love, breakup, like it has like an alternative vibe to him where it's not so like bitches and hoes. It's more of like, I think he has a song called 3005 and I think is like until then you are mine until 3005.
Aw.
That's
like
so weird. I like why that time.
You're
You're mine until this
they're not
point.
gonna
and whenever-
live until then.
Fuck.
yeah.
The year
We're not gonna.
No.
2005.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Unless technology
I bet that specific
Kinda
year
helps us live.
was so it would rhyme.
yeah, that's exactly why. But I think he was trying to make a point. Anyways, but yeah, so like, he has like this really cool, like the music is great, and he has like this really good backup vocal sound to where almost like this may be a funny example, but like Hustle and Flow, how he had like Suge do like the backup vocals, and how it was real beautiful, and then he came in and just like laid down or whatever. Kind of has like that old R&B-ish type of sound to it.
That's cool. I'm gonna check that out.
I got that song in my head.
Yeah. But so he was coming out with a new album. It came out literally the night of my birthday.
Oh, it's a birthday present.
Yeah, but it was supposed to come out supposed to come out December 2nd, but it came out December 1st that night. It came out early.
That's awesome.
And I was drunk as shit, and I was like, I heard it had come out. I saw someone post something on Instagram. It was like listening to the new Childish Gambino, and like it had hashtag royalty, and I was like, okay. I kind of like how you put that word to this song, this subject. So like, I'm gonna check it out. And I listened to the first few songs, and I was like, I feel like fucking royalty right now. Like, oh my god, I feel so fucking good right now.
So, what is it that made you feel like royalty?
But see, the thing is about this album is it's totally different than his other albums. He's not hip. He doesn't rap once.
Right.
It's all he's singing.
Okay.
Like legit singing through it.
Cool. Good.
And we'll take this. I want to show you some of his songs. They're really good.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like Aretha Franklin style, like old 70s, like fucking crazy stuff.
What you want?
Yeah.
Baby, I got it.
He has a song called Terrified, which I really want you to listen to. Like I said, we'll listen to it.
Okay.
It just has like the lyrics are really good. It hits really good spots, but it's just like he's singing, and the music is really chill, very laid back. When I was listening to it, and what made me feel like hashtag royalty is it kind of gave you like this strength where you would be able to drive down the road in a convertible with the top down and just be in yourself in that moment and just be cruising by yourself.
So does it make you feel yourself?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Nice.
very I don't know. It's just very it made me just feel on top of the world. It just gave it heightened my emotions.
It's encouraging. Is it encouraging, or does it make you just feel powerful? Is it empowering?
I would say that it's not so much like a lyrical thing. It's not like what we were talking about with RuPaul, but just the overall emotion created by the tone,
the atmosphere.
Exactly.
Of
it kind of just heightens your levels up to 11, where it just makes you feel a little bit more.
It sounds like Baby making music.
Yeah, we've listened to it a few times together. I played it for you.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
You think that two grown men can't have a baby? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you can't just rub two sticks together and.
But the penises don't touch. That's something we've already established a long time ago.
We don't touch our penises, and it seems to work.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems to work.
Anyways, no, we were listening to it. We went for a drive. I think we went to go pick up dinner or something like that, and we were listening to it in the car, and yeah, it is very like that's where I say it has like that R&B, that funk, that sort of like that chill vibe.
Does it make you go, oh, damn?
It makes me go that way, and I think he does that a few times when he's singing. So like it has like that. You're listening,
soulful,
and you're
just
like just powering. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Like whenever you're singing a song and the music's hitting too hard, and you just sort of like make sounds like
you wince, and you're like, oh, that got me right in the fucking soul.
Fucking me when we were doing a show stage.
Yeah.
I'll never live that down, man.
It was a heavy moment during the song, and I couldn't contain my feelings anymore, so I just like stopped what I was doing and just like screamed in the air. That wasn't me, by the way. That was totally Animal.
That was Animal.
That was all his fault.
But see, the thing is I didn't know what was going on when it happened. I was just doing my thing.
Yeah.
He thought you had a leg cramp.
So I don't know whose camera it was.
Yeah.
Was it your camera?
No, it was Gary's mom's.
Gary's mom's camera. We recorded the show, and then like we had video footage of it, and we watched it, and then it like closes up on Nico, and he just goes and then I'm watching this, I'm laughing my fucking ass off. I'm like, dude, replay, and we watched it like 10 times in a row, and I just can't fucking hold myself.
Where is this on the internet?
Oh,
it's not.
It's not on it.
Should be.
Good times. But that's kind of the feeling that I feel whenever I listen to his songs. It kind of just gives you like that overwhelming.
It's like reaching like orgasm in your soul.
Yeah.
Very much.
It's a soulgasm.
Exactly.
Soulgasm.
And You know, you could look at it as like the immature way of orgasm. He's coming, your panties are all stained or whatever, you know, but
Right.
just like that overwhelming feeling that you truly get from that experience.
I
Yeah.
think orgasm really is the best way to describe it.
It is,
Yeah.
and that's not an immature. Orgasms aren't immature.
Well, no. I'm just saying. Whenever you think of stuff like, I'm talking to our, you know, preteen listeners.
Who
Right.
You know, our 12 to 13
Hey,
year
guys.
old.
do your homework
Wear rubbers
Wear rubbers.
and just listen to music.
and do
Exactly.
your homework.
Exactly.
Do your homework for sure.
Don't
though.
talk shit to your parents. Don't do it.
Anyways, but no, I just mean how, you know, people could take that, they see it as sort of like a, you know, like kind of like a silly, you know, inappropriate thing to talk about, where
Yeah.
it's more of just like the chemical release of the
Oh, yeah.
overall,
Yeah,
like,
it's
But you can't take it anymore. There's
Yeah.
just so much.
Yeah.
It's like Beth Hart, her song "Am I the One?" Charla showed us this song, and it was live. I don't know where, but it's on a DVD. That song, well, it's a very sexual song in itself, and the way she performs it. But it's one of those that you just get chills all over your body, and
I
you're
love
just,
that
you
music.
you can't like not express something
Yeah.
vocally,
Yeah.
or you just have to like shake it off because it's just like so much. And I love the way like music just fills you up with this like energy and
Yeah.
this. I don't know. It's
It
crazy.
turns you into a bubble until eventually you burst.
Well, it's something that's like not necessarily tangible. You know, it's something we're listening to. It's all these like things in one, and then you know, it's like I don't know. It turns it. Humans make music tangible with their
Right.
reactions. That's what I think.
yeah.
I'd say another great example would be Sturgill Simpson's "Oh Sarah."
Yeah.
Whenever you can hear him in the background go, "Oh,"
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like you can
Yeah.
hear it in his voice with the feeling of the song.
Oh, you know, that song definitely goes into a whole area where it's so relatable. I think I would make that sound just by how relatable it was,
Right,
And how it was like, holy shit, dude, I've totally been there. Oh my god, you know, like. But then just you take all of the instruments, all
Yeah.
of the notes, everything, all the whole orchestration that he puts into that song. It's so filled. It's so filled with so much,
Right.
and it feels so basic. It feels so real simple with everything that's going on. But the weight that he puts with it, with the stuff that
Yeah.
he talks about, you know, you not opening up and you running away, and you know, all this like stuff that people go through. You
Yeah.
know, forgive me if I seem a little crazy, but goddamn, that's just the way I
Yeah,
feel.
sometimes crazy is how
Most
I feel.
relatable fucking
Yeah.
lyric in the world. Tell me, from a woman's perspective, okay? I think that's totally from his perspective.
Yeah.
I'm also mentally
for-
ill, so yes.
Whatever. Forgive me if sometimes I seem a little crazy, but goddamn, sometimes that's just how I feel. Taking
Yeah.
away all whatever that shit that goes on, chemical imbalances or whatever. Okay, let's think about.
I'm not looking at it from a medical point of view.
No,
I'm
no,
definitely looking at it from just my life
Yeah.
point of view. Yeah, no, that's definitely like that. I would put that on Facebook right now in
Yeah.
quotes
Yeah, totally.
and just put that.
I think everybody can at least relate to that one line.
Fuck
Miranda,
yeah.
you need more Sturgill Simpson in your life.
I don't know if I do though.
Check it out. Me? Can't stand country music. Sturgill Simpson?
He's the one that did In
fucking
Bloom,
exception.
right?
Yeah.
He
We were
did a
listening
cover
to
of
him
In
when we went
Bloom.
over to your dad's house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I remember that.
The last album he did,
I think he's very
all the way
talented.
through, I love it. I love it.
Extremely skilled and talented, and obviously, but I don't know, man. I can respect things from a distance.
Okay. Anyways, after Childish Gambino, some other music that I was listening to that really sort of like was able to characterize my joy and my love that I have inside. Some Explosions in the Sky, like what I was saying before. It's all instrumental music. You know, it's usually like 7-8 minutes long, and it kind of takes you on a ride. They have a song called
Is that it?
The Only Moment We Were Alone, I believe is what it's called. And it's just so, and no pun intended, but it's so explosive. It has such an energy to it.
Yeah.
It's just like you listen to it, it starts off real soft and real smooth, and then bam, it just hits you really hard.
It's
And,
one of those that tells a story without lyrics.
Exactly.
basically.
You create the story in your own head.
You see it. It just
Yeah.
kind of. It's one of those you lay back and listen to kind of bands.
Exactly. One of those types. And I love instrumental music. I've always loved instrumental music simply because I feel like you can make it your own. You could tell. And I've listened to songs like that where they were all instrumental, and I created a sad story in my head. Because all the things that were going on. It's not the music, it's myself.
Yeah.
You're the one that's doing it to yourself that makes the story. It's not the music. The music sort of heightens what's going already in your head.
It's like a
Kinda
sound.
like a
it's
book.
a soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's a soundtrack.
Exactly. All those walks me, you, and Amanda would take in the woods. I'd always play a certain song. I forget the name of the song or the band, but I'd always be playing music, and it was always like that beautiful instrumental kind of stuff. And sometimes it'd be because I was in a happy mood, sometimes because I was in a sad mood, and I was just sort of like stuck in this rut, and I was in this setting with my two best friends.
You're very acoustic.
Yeah, I imagine if when Amanda comes back and we're gonna go on a walk on our little hike, our little trail.
Childish Gambino?
Probably.
Gambino.
No.
Gambuno.
Imagine if I do play any music, I imagine I'll play the same song, but I'll have a completely different reaction or emotion towards it.
Yeah.
Because of what I create through it.
Yeah, and just I've listened to music like that too, like where it meant something completely different to me after years of just living.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about music in general, instrumental or not. It's man, I don't know. It's forever. Music is forever.
Absolutely, 100%. I remember listening to that song on and it wasn't until you had posted like something very heartfelt on Facebook. Like you posted a bunch of pictures and you wrote a long paragraph and everything like that, which is really sweet. I never said thank you, but thank you. And then everybody and their mom has said something to me that was really amazing. But it wasn't until, and I don't think I haven't talked about this one yet. It wasn't until I have this little cousin. Her name's Olivia. She's probably 8, 9, 10 years old. She's my sweetheart.
Oh.
And there's a reason why I love Rosie and Annabelle so much, Christy's daughters, because they remind me so much of her. I love them for their own reasons because they're both really fucked up, but I love that. But whenever I first met them, I was like, holy shit, they remind me so much of little Olivia, my little sweetheart. Yeah. And we have a long history. I'll make a long story short. She's not blood related. Her mom went off and made some bad decisions, then got back with my cousin, and my cousin was helping raise this little girl that wasn't his. Then I moved up to Ohio around 2010. I met her when she was like 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
And she didn't know me. She had no idea who I was, but she claimed me as her family. Aww. And she would not leave me alone. And she kept asking for piggyback rides all day long. And so for like all day, I gave her piggyback rides until I was just dead, exhausted, tired. And even then, she was like, piggyback ride. And I was like, fuck you. So we have like a really strong connection. And obviously, I'm not there anymore. And I get a video from Olivia. No. It's her. She's 10 years old now. She's holding a sign. I gave her my hat whenever I was leaving Ohio. It's a green hat with the Detroit Tigers, because I was living in Michigan, so it had the Detroit Tigers symbol on it. Yeah. And she gave me a drawing, which I carry in my wallet. And I was like, okay, so if you give me this drawing, I'll give you my hat. We'll make a trade. And so she had my hat on in the video.
Oh, it's precious.
It's just a little kid drawing. It's nothing special, but it's just a little kitty drawing.
It's very special.
That is so special.
And she was wearing the hat.
It's a nice tall house.
Yeah. She was wearing the hat and she was holding a little sign and she said, "Happy birthday, Nico. I hope you have a great day." And I heard her little voice. I saw her little self, and I was just, my cup is so fucking overfilled right now.
You know what I love about this drawing?
What's that?
Is that she has like a little step stool so that she can be on your level. It is the cutest little thing ever. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Nico,
I'm
you've
dead.
got giant hands.
I sure
yeah,
do.
you do.
You should get that checked out.
Anyways.
Yeah. See a doctor.
But yeah, all of this stuff was going on. and I was just so overwhelmed by it. And there was no song that could come close to anything I was feeling except Explosions in the Sky, The Only Moment We Were Alone, just by how abruptive it was. Like, it's if my heart was exploding, you know, it was just erupting full, because it was too full.
Yeah.
So that song was really the closest thing that came, you know, to what I was feeling.
Did it destroy you?
No, I'm still here, man.
What do you do? What do you do when you feel like your heart is just so full that it could explode? Like, what?
You know, it's
do?
crazy that you're saying that, because
you-
I've never once felt that in my life until right now. And I'm looking at my life right now, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? I feel like a normal person feels. And let me say,
No,
that.
I know.
You know
I
exactly
understand what you're saying. I get it.
I've always seen myself as something different. Like, I look at normal quote unquote normal people, and I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
You know, what are they doing that makes their life so great? True story. Nobody's life is great. Obviously, they have their ways of dealing with things.
Right.
But what you see, what you perceive as great, is completely different from what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
But I see normal people. One second. I see people, and I see the joy. I see the joy that I don't have, but I have right now. I see it in them, and I'm thinking, what do they do to get it?
Right.
They probably had a great family. They probably have support. They probably have people who love them. They probably
have their dream job. Or
exactly. They probably have
something.
everything they need. Everything they wanted, they got. Me, I don't know about that, you know. But I look at them like, what do they fucking do? Now that I have it, I'm thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing differently? The truth is, that blanket isn't over my head anymore. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That depression.
Yeah.
The feeling of a blanket being
Big
on top of
rain
you.
cloud.
Exactly. Yeah. That's not on me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel I used to feel whenever I'd walk into work, the moment I would cross the door, bam, it would hit.
Yeah.
Out one step outside of it, I was perfectly fine. One step walk in, damn, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if it has anything to do with
too.
but it's just sort of like that energy. And this is what I'm realizing. It's all about energy. And maybe this is stuff that maybe sounds more common in like the Buddhist religion or just the whole spiritual aspect of it. It's all about energy. It's all about what you create and what you receive. All I've ever done my best is to give love. And maybe not a whole lot, like what you're saying, like you give a whole lot, but you don't necessarily give as much back or get as much back.
Yeah.
All I've ever done is try to give the best love that I could give. And then finally I got so much more love that I could possibly give back to me.
Sometimes it's about, you know, some things have to happen, you know, after a while for you to realize just how cared for and loved you are, you know. I mean,
the thing
just
is,
like with John and this guitar, like, you know, he realized how many fucking people cared about him.
But what I think it is being able to truly see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've had so many beautiful, wonderful people in my life.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where someone could say, why are you so upset? Why are you so sad? You have the greatest friends. You have a real loving family. You know, you've got a best friend that'll do just about anything for you. You have, you know, truly people who will die for you. Why are you so upset? And you don't know what the answer is because it's all in your head. You're creating.
Some things give you perspective and they change your fucking attitude. Like I had a huge attitude adjustment recently, and you know, came onto some hard times, I guess. I mean, they're really not that difficult compared to a lot of people's experiences, and I feel very fortunate to have the people in my life that I do. And to have the willpower to and the strength to fucking keep going. First of all, to live, and to stop taking people for granted, like my family for one. I feel like for the last 3.5 years, I've been pushing everybody but one person away. You know, I was like, no, I've got my own little family now, and now that I don't have that anymore and I'm not gonna get it back, I don't want it back. But now that, you know, I'm just Miranda now. I'm just Miranda. And at first I was really fucking scared of that. I'm like, how the fuck do I be just Miranda? And now I'm like, you fucking go back to school, bitch. So like, I'm learning how to fucking get back to me and get back to, you know, the people that do give a shit and always gave a shit and will never stop giving a shit about me.
But in the end though, and
I got to give a shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I started.
Others people, it's great that you have a positive, group of people around you.
But it was me. It was me that had to start really giving a shit about myself and start loving myself because God, I was in just a pit of self-loathing so deep that it was just real bad, and I made a decision like I gotta fucking I gotta get it together.
I'm gonna say one last thing, and then I guess we can begin to wrap it up.
Okay.
In the very end, nobody is gonna do anything for you except yourself.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I've had people giving things to me that were supposed to be great things for me, supposed to get me on my feet, I did nothing for it. I did nothing with it.
People can help you all they want, but you got to take that help. You got to search for it if you need help.
Well, people are going to be able to meet you a certain degree, but nobody's going to want to do everything for you.
They're not going to just completely... I went from being very, very, very dependent on one person to, I guess a month later, like, I got this. I can do it.
Yeah.
And when it was over, I was like, how the fuck am I going to live? Like, this is my entire life that's been taken from me. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit, Miranda. You're only fucking 25. Like,
you've always got to have the philosophy in your head when you're in a relationship. You should always have the, I actually don't need this other person.
And that's what I've started learning. I think I shared an article on Facebook about the difference between like wanting someone and needing them,
I think,
or loving them and needing them.
In my opinion, knowing that in the relationship is also one thing that really helps the relationship.
Absolutely.
Helps you appreciate the other person more so than just a crutch.
There was a lot of resentment because I was not relying on myself. I was not going to me for that validation. I was looking for validation elsewhere, and now I'm like, fuck, I know I'm awesome. I don't give a fuck about what Nico says. I don't give a shit.
I talk so much shit about you, but I hope you know that I love you to death.
I know you do it because you love me.
I want to tell a quick story. Then I definitely think we need to wrap it up because this shit's getting too sappy up in this bitch. Something that I realized, which was the pinpoint moment where I realized that I had my heart was full and I had all this love that I needed. Okay, so we went out to dinner for my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, and the plan is that a friend of ours was going to come to town. She lives outside of town, and she was going to come to town, to Huntsville, and then we were the four of us, me, her, you, and Christy, our unpaid intern. We're going to go to this restaurant. Real nice restaurant in the Woodlands, my favorite restaurant of all time. And I'm going to the haircut place to get my hair cut. And I get a message saying my car won't start from our friend.
Yeah.
And I was like, to catch you up to this, 2 years ago, something very similar happened. We were going to go, it was my birthday, the day of my birthday, December 1st. And we were planning on doing something together. And she showed up to my work. And we were like, okay, we're going to do something as soon as I get off work at 2:30 or like 3 o'clock. And I see her walking down the aisle 10. And I see her at the very end. She turns around at me and she says, happy birthday, Nico. And then she walks away and disappears. That day, she left town without telling anybody. And it was like the most devastating, heartbreaking moment of my entire life.
Yeah.
Because who she is very close and near and dear to my heart. But still, it was just sort of like all of the months building up to that moment. We had grown really close after a real long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, my heart was broken completely in every single way, shattered. Yeah. So a couple years later to this year, we're close again, and she sends me the message, my car won't start. I'm not going to be able to go. In my head, for a split moment, I'm thinking deja vu. I'm back in that moment 2 years ago. But she actually was communicating with me about what was going on. She didn't tell me anything that was going on previously. She just left. She just disappeared.
Right.
Never to be seen or heard from for like
Months.
months. And so she told me I'm not going to be able to make it. And I remember I was sitting in that recliner chair right there, and I was thinking, I'm not going to let this affect me the way it did before.
That's right.
It has nothing to do with, I mean, yeah, she communicated, and that was a lot healthier and a lot better, but I was just sitting there, and I was like, I'm not going to let another human being...
It also wasn't in her control.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, you're responsible for your own feelings.
But that's what I'm getting at. I just kept saying to myself, I am not about to let another human being do this to me. And I don't mean that in any negative way towards her, because she's to this day, she's, you know, as close as she is.
That's a healthy way of looking at things.
But usually, before that moment, I would, if something were like that to happen, if John were to say, hey man, I can't make it, I'd just be like, I'd crawl in my room and I'd just say, fuck it all. I'm not doing anything for my birthday. You know what I mean? So whenever she did it, normally I would be like, fuck it all, because that's what I did before. Right. I went to IHOP, I got a cheeseburger and a milkshake and a Coke, and I just said, fuck everyone, I'm just going to be by myself. You know? But I said to myself, I am not going to let another human being do this to me. I am in control of my energy. Right. I am in absolute control of my emotions. I am deciding to be happy for once with my life, and not gonna let somebody destroy that.
It's such a beautiful thing, too.
So
when you make that decision and you really feel it, and you're like, you know what, I'm determined to create my own happiness, my own joy. Absolutely. And you know, you're talking about we were getting sappy. Yeah, we were getting a little sappy, but you know what? Like, I think everybody is doing really fucking great right now. I'm sleeping on a couch, but not for long. You know what I mean? Like, I am fucking hopeful as shit. Like,
the couch is better than what those third world countries have.
I'm sure it is. And see,
they don't have no couch.
That's another reason. That's another reason why I'm like super thankful. I'm like, I actually do count my blessings now.
Yeah, and I hope out of anything, and not to turn this all onto you, but I hope at the very end, because I know that, you know, after all the stuff that's gone, that's happened, and you look at your life and you look at what happened, because you say you're afraid of the future, but wait, no, let me finish what I'm saying.
I don't think the future is real.
Let me say what I'm going to say. After going off of that philosophy, tomorrow's going to come. Yeah, and it's up to you to decide how you look at it. I think after everything that you've discovered in yourself, everything that you see that you have, I think you got no reason to be afraid of the future. The future's gonna be fucking awesome. It's all gonna be a no pants party. Hashtag no pants party 2017. Anyways, on that note, Johnny, love you. Miranda, love you. Good night and goodbye. Good luck.